brother. I'm sorry. Shit, niggas are stupid.
So I hope you can see why I wasn't trying to insult you when I made the comment that I had made about the ignoring of biological differences between men and women.
No. I didn't think you were trying to. I would think you were actually trying to say that it's a part that I'm missing, that these women are below men, but I'm trying to treat them as men, right?
Well, I don't
not below, but they don't think the same.
Not at all. Not even close. And one of the things that really bugs me about this country as a whole is that we ignore, we worship at the false god of equality. We try to pretend as if everybody's equal, as if, men, women, everybody's equal across the board when nothing could be further from the truth.
Like, no, I don't believe everybody's equal. But my thing is, if you call for the thunder, don't get mad if you get struck by lightning. If you call for equality, don't get mad if you call for equality, don't get mad if you accept.
True enough. I couldn't agree with you anymore. But so I'm not a fan. I admire your content, but I don't call myself a fan of anybody because fan is short for fanatical. But one of the things that you really opened my eyes to was the whole machine movement with the BTs and the like. Mm-hmm. And now I see it as poison. Like when it comes to urban America, and I'm speaking from a geographical perspective right here, but when it comes to urban America has been poisoned since about the mid 60s to the 70s with, feminism and this culture that's pushed not particularly by black hands, quote unquote black hands.
That's right.
But by other powers that be and the like. That's right, so when you're engaging with these young ladies who are just running their mouths, cannot speak English worth two shits, and really just have no idea what respect is or the like, it's because they're so deeply poisoned into this mindset that they cannot be wrong. Like we give into the feminine whim so easily that they're just like, oh, I can't be wrong. And when they hear a bit of truth that you do speak very often, they get offended, they get mad, they get upset, and then they start their little powwows amongst each other instead of being able to, see things as they clearly are. And one of the things that I speak on a lot, because I do talk for a living to an extent, is how, a lot of females, when they're missing what I like to call a sense stick, or, the meat, the dick, like they're completely losing it. So as they lose it, as they become more unhinged, it's usually a good stroking that brings them back down to earth. But with a lot of these single mothers and the like, having already made terrible choices and then demanding that men turn around and appease them and their whims, it's ridiculous, and it's almost a no-win situation. Am I making sense?
Yes, but you have to, as you said, understand the reason that it's working that way is like what this woman said when she was on when I was playing her video today. What did she say? Well, I'm a woman and our pussy is gold. Like they get to say shit like this. She said it, and then no, that woman actually came on the show. I'm sorry, she was on the show, so she was saying it live that their pussy is gold and that there'd be no life without them when there'd be no life without us either. Like,
true enough.
It doesn't make sense.
True enough. It really doesn't. But that's the thing. And that's why I talk about that poison so much, is because that poison, and it came in a way via the media, R&B. Like I listened to a lot of older songs, particularly, what was that one song I was listening to the other day? End of the Road by Boyz II Men, right? Mm-hmm. That whole song is about the chick cheating on him and him begging for her to take him back. Like, well, it was a number one hit. We all banged it. We all rocked with it. Why? Because we've been it's been psychological warfare on us, particularly black men, but in general on urban society for a really long time. Like, I'll put it to you like this. Because
I didn't know that song was about she cheated. I thought it was just about she left. You just told me something.
Yeah, listen to Mike, the bass guy, when he starts talking at the towards the end. He's like, I know you did this to me, baby. I know you, but I love you, baby. And I was just like, whoa, wait a second there, Mike.
I didn't know. I know at the beginning, he's like, how does it go?
Baby, I'll forgive you.
No, that's at the end. He says, maybe I'll forgive you, babe. Maybe you'll try We shouldn't be. I didn't know that because I know at the beginning he says, we belong together, and you know that I'm right. How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? Okay, so he said, how could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? So she just left him.
Listen to the song, okay? Just listen to the song again. But what I'm trying to say is that we've been psychologically maneuvered into putting the feminine.
Damn, he cheated. He got cheated on. I'm really sorry, man. I'm sorry. Damn.
Say that again?
He got cheated on. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You hurt my feelings.
Listen to it all the way through. But another thing that I want to do, I want to example that I want to give because you're older than me. And you might remember this. Back in the days, right before the 90s, every form used to say sex, male or female, right? Mm-hmm. Then in the 90s, it switched from sex to gender. Mm-hmm. And the deal is that gender is pseudoscience that has been designed to subvert biology. So what we do is we ignore the biology thing and we go to the gender because we're psychologically, warped into believing gender is real. So when you have all these people talking about, the whole trans alphabetical community talking about, oh yeah, men can be women, girls can be boys, ageism and all this other stuff, it stems from this need to break most importantly, the nuclear family, but the family unit, the traditional family unit apart in the first place.
Well, you better watch out because the UN gonna try to break that up, the nuclear family unit.
They've been working at it for a really long time now, and where they started was in the black community.
They're gonna send in inspectors.
Huh?
They're gonna send in inspectors to try it.
So that's really what I was getting at when I made my comment. Just there are innate differences between men and women at the biological level, and our thing is provide and protect. As men, our biological imperative is to provide and protect, whereas the woman's biological imperative is to survive, for the most part, survive and nurture. And so when you have it so ass backwards as it is in our communities, where the women are just like, oh, I'm a man. I have masculine energy and the like. This is what we end up with. And the reason we ended up with it is so that, without the fathers in these homes, you have a lack of guidance. You have a lack of destination, because that's the father's position. The man's position is to guide the family towards, a goal, towards something. And unfortunately, hey, you don't need no man. You can raise that baby by yourself. That whole squad.
Well, that's when we did away with gender roles too.
Yeah,
like it used to be a thing that everyone at least kind of knew how they fit into the tapestry of life. It was it made things a lot easier. But now it's when everybody wants to play first base. It's hard to field a fucking team,
bruh. My favorite analogy is I use basketball. Everybody wants, everybody has a role. You know what I'm saying? Like ladies used to be Scottie Pippen, but then they started playing like Stephon Marbury.
You ain't gonna be talking about Stephon Marbury, not while I'm on it. You ain't gonna be doing that. You got to pick somebody else, bro.
Stephon Marbury, my dude, but how many chips he get?
Look, you got to pick somebody else. We're not gonna play this game, nigga. We're not. I'm talking about act like them bitches do right now. I don't give a fuck. We're not gonna play this game.
All right, man. So I'm glad I could make you laugh for a second, and I'm glad that you're not just bringing the thunder down upon your boy. I'm at work right now because somebody got to put a manual labor to actually make their shekels.
Yes,
but I just wanted to clear that on up, man.
No, but I knew where you was coming from. I just wanted. Sometimes you want to have the discussion because here's what you forget. You guys who call in educate my audience a lot of times as much as I do. So when you can have a discussion like this with me instead of written, then they can understand where you're coming from. So when I see something, I understood what you were saying. But it's easier for you to come on and say it to my audience and express it. And you got a lot of people who were saying, that brother know what he's talking about. Doesn't it sound better when you say it from your standpoint than me trying to interpret what you're saying?
Oh, true enough. Because you went to take that some kind of way, Tommy. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're like, what do you mean I ignore? Oh wait, Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
No, when I first heard, that's why I said it's always better for people when they make a statement to call in, because written word can always be stated wrong. Like when I told that girl, I'm on my show, bitch. She could have took that wrong. I didn't mean it like that, bitch. I mean, it's a different kind of bitch. You don't get it?
Of course.
Damn, bitch. You always take shit the wrong way, bitch. Shit.
Hey, that's the thing, though. That's the thought process. If she doesn't fully understand it, then she's going to be offended by it.
Right.
Which is why, it was so, like, back in the day, the man would be there. Like, she'd always have her husband there with her, or the man of her life, or father, something like that, there with her to explain it to her.
Yeah, so her daddy probably told her when I sent that message, her daddy said, baby, he just real. He just real, baby. That nigga just real. Do not argue with him. That nigga is real.
That's definitely the point.
Exactly. Sometimes you got to know who you're talking to.
But that's why, I know you did the movie with Fatherless America, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they've gone out of their way to make America fatherless. Is so we can be just a ball of dysfunction running around, chaotic as hell. And they specifically targeted and started in our communities because they needed that these young boys to be coming up without any type of guidance, without any type of anchor to some form of to some type of foundation. So it's easier for them to end up in prison.
Yes. And the fact that we have stats that prove these things, and yet bringing them up to the group most affected by these things is offensive. Just let that sink in.
But I can explain why it's offensive to them. It's because they've already brought into that feminist mindset, into that.
I don't want to know why. I want to point out how stupid it is. Knowing why sometimes it gives them an out. That's
the thing. I'm not trying to make it.
No. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying the untrained ear. How many times have you explained something and the untrained ear used what you said in another way? It's like the Bible. The Bible says something, but if you're a black person, you can say, "Oh, well, it means this." But if you're a racist white supremacist, you can use that same Bible to push your points as well. So when you make statements like that, the untrained ear or the just straight up dumbass will take it, which is why I tried to explain to people, I don't say some black women. Because if I say some, literally the majority of black women are going to say he ain't talking about me.
True enough. But that's a huge blind spot that a lot of people, and it's not just women that have that blind spot. Men have that blind spot as well. Particularly those that imbibe on beans. Okay,
that's why I say when I say black men need to start taking care of their kids, I don't say some.
Yeah.
Because if I say some, it's gonna be a nigga that's about they do.
But that's because you have to throw that wide net in order to catch the most fish, right?
Yes, sir. There you go.
All right. So I'm definitely with it. I'm about to bounce out because I got to get back to work. But do you mind if I plug my channel for a little bit, for half a second?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and hit that donate button. I mean, yeah.
I already hit the donate button, brother.
There you go. I didn't go. Plug away, sir. Plug away.
You cannot knock the hustle, but by all means, I do videos every single day, and I'd enjoy if anybody decided to stop on by and give it a listen. I love to be told that I'm wrong, and I like to go back and forth, just not much differently than Mr. Sotomayor does.
All right, Aaliyah.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate you. Keep up the fantastic work, man. You're doing God's work, brother.
All right? Thank you. Now, Abdul.
Yeah, I just picked up that he said, "Oh, thank you, Aaliyah." You dick. Anyway. I wanted you guys to hear the conversation that I had with Tommy Sotomayor. It was a pretty good one. I liked it. And I actually got a chance to read the comments as well. So, it was a good time. Not much more I can say beyond that, but thanks for the content, Mr. Sotomayor. And all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. I'm not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. I was reading down there. I sound like Cory Booker. Do I shit? Oh, man. Anyways. If you want to get videos like this every single day, press the subscribe button. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here, and bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? How did I come across? I know it was a bit jitterish. I do not like to listen to myself, guys. I really don't. That's why they're like, oh, he sounds like Cory Booker, son of a bitch. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments, all right? And until the next one.